Hello, I'm Richard Watson, and this is L'anglais, the easy way. Here's a question for you. What kind of objectives should I have? I hear this a lot. A lot of my students don't just come to class to learn English. They want to continue to learn outside, or they've had some kind of frustration by not being able to learn before they came to class. And often the first thing we need to look at if you want to improve is you need some kind of objective. You need to know where you're going and what you're aiming for. And I get this question, what kind of objective should I have? Well, are there good and bad objectives? I would say there are. I'm not a purist, but I don't think the static objectives that we learn at school are good objectives. I don't think an objective like I want to learn all of the tenses, or I want to make lists of vocabulary, or I want to learn the rules of grammar. As you know, if you've listened to any of the other episodes, I don't think that's the way we should go forward. I think these are static, and these are objectives which are binary. You're right or you're wrong. It doesn't help you to grow very much. I think there are much better objectives for adults, especially, who want to learn. Dynamic objectives. What does that mean? Well, how about this as an objective? My objective is, when I speak English, I want to be comfortable and confident. I want to feel good when I speak English. That's a great objective. I want to express myself at least as close as possible to what I really think, and I want to be authentic when I do it. That's a great objective. Often we feel these kind of elements are not actually very important. They're not things that we think about or hear about at school. They're not things that we hear about in many other fields in our life. But language has a special place for these kind of things. If you're not comfortable and if you're not confident, other people can hear it. Now, you may be asking, how can I be confident and comfortable when I make mistakes? Well, just decide. I don't know if it's really true, but we often say that confidence is a choice. If you can't be confident that you're not going to make a mistake, at least be confident that when you make a mistake, you'll be okay. You can get through it. When I first started getting serious about chess, someone told me that you cannot have a confidence when you play chess that you won't make a mistake. That's a brittle kind of confidence. You will make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. If you say, I'm confident I won't make mistakes, you will be broken by the game. What you need to think of is a much more flexible and resilient kind of confidence, where you say, I know I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm confident that I can stay in the game, that I can find a way around it, that I can keep fighting. That's a much better and much more productive style of confidence. In English, there's a concept called the growth mindset, which came, I think, from Stanford University, from the psychology department. Basically, they suggested that all humans fall into two types of mindsets. One of them, the growth mindset, and one of them called a fixed mindset. Now, the fixed mindset is much more static. The idea is people think that either I'm intelligent or I'm not. Either I can do something or I can't. If I fail, it means I'm not good at this. If other people succeed, I feel bad because I can't. That's the fixed mindset. And the other one is the growth mindset, which says, if I can't do it, then I can learn. If other people are better, then I can copy them or be inspired by them. That my mindset is something that's constantly evolving and changing. And any kind of setback is just a sign of where I need to work. Bring that into your language learning. Now, you may be saying, okay, it's easy for you to say you're an English teacher, you know a lot about grammar and language, but I would tell you that the biggest mistake that most people make, I think, when they come to English class or when they try to learn a language, is they put aside all of their competences and skills. I've had students who are fantastically dynamic, professional managers or owners of companies who come to English class and they sit there like children waiting for me to tell them what they should do. They've put aside everything that makes them good at their job, everything that makes them dynamic and interesting to their friends. They've put it aside because they don't speak English. It's like a black box. English is a special subject where you cannot be good unless you have the right qualifications or the right experience. It's not true. Bring those competences into your learning. Now, you don't like the objectives I gave you? Just change them. There's no rules. You're not at school. Do what you want and change them from day to day. There's no real objective here except for you to do what you want. Now, people will say, yeah, but how do you learn grammar with these dynamic objectives if we're not learning lists and rules? Well, basically, you need to learn models. I've had dozens and dozens and dozens of students who make mistakes when they, for example, they make the negative of the present simple. They say, I not agree, or I not go, or I go not, etc., etc. The funny thing about it is every single person will tell me, if I ask them, they can quote by instinct the expression, I don't know. Everybody knows at least one model of how you make the negative of the present simple in English. I don't know. And so I don't go, I don't agree, I don't think, I don't want. The simple model, you can extrapolate to other things. How do you learn that? Well, you've heard it enough times and used it enough times that that particular example, I don't know, is locked in your brain. All you need to do is extend it to other verbs by practice. It's the same for the conditional. People say, oh, the conditional is so difficult. But everybody knows, I'd like a coffee. That's the conditional. And if you can say, I'd like a coffee, then you can say, I'd like to make a reservation, or I'd accept his offer if I were you. There's nothing difficult about these models. Once you have one example that's very strong and that you can extrapolate to other ones. You can extend it to other ones. That's how we learn grammar. And again, it's a dynamic process. So change the rules you want and attack English the same way you attack everything else in your life, using your intelligence, thinking about it, adapting, changing, and doing things that work for you. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.